Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the PTS. I am the host with the most, Ender. And first thing we're going to do is we're going to jump over to the highlights for the 1.2.10 PTS test. The very first one, the construction tool, now features a replace mode that can be used to replace building pieces with other compatible pieces, allowing you to quickly upgrade your bases to new sets. That is exactly what it sounds like. If you were to jump over to your tool, you go to replace. For instance, right now we have a small storage container selected, so it says cannot replace incompatible build. But if we were to go to the Atreides set, we go over walls, and we select the Kaladin wall. Oh, wait, no. It says it's overlap. Hold on, I know one of these walls work. There we go. You can change the wall to the Kaladin wall. I'm going to have to change this back later because it's going to irritate my soul. That is very, very good. For those of us that are fashionistas, not only in building our bases, but also with the way in which our characters look, sometimes we really don't feel like deleting a piece. Now, the question becomes, I need to find a piece that has a structure beneath it. That's right there. Whether or not... Oh, this is going to be the ultimate test right here. Whether or not we can replace a piece and not lose it. Up! Yes, we can. Can we change it? Oh, that right there. That right there is satisfying. That feels really, really good. The ability to now be able to swap those pieces and not worry about like leveling half your fucking building because for whatever reason the way in which your building is structured, the entire foundation relies on one single pillar, is a fantastic thing. Has my neighbor over here returned yet? No, he has not. Now, jumping back to this, the second big thing was not the upgraded the PvP loot. We'll test that out in a different video. Implement a new loot structure. Test that in a different video. Here, right here. Added the ability to recover lost vehicles using a new mode in the vehicle backup tool. More of this under the vehicle header. So we're going to scroll down to vehicles. Added the ability to recover lost vehicles using a new mode in the vehicle backup tool. When vehicles that you personally own are removed from the world by the sandworm, Coriolis Storm, or complete destruction via combat, they can be recovered for a fee from a new recovery mode in the vehicle backup tool. In addition to a Solari fee, recovered vehicles will lose 15% of their maximum repairable durability. That means that if you just made a brand spanking new T6 Thopter, you took that bad boy out into the deep desert, and Shai Halud snatched your ass and your soul and sent you to the Shadow Realm, it will automatically be at 85% when it comes back, when you pay that fee and you bring it back. Note that vehicles destroyed in combat are not recoverable until they've been completely removed from the game world, as to allow looting and other gameplay mechanics. Vehicles lost to sandworm or are immediately recoverable. You must be the owner of the vehicle. Of course, the Solido projection of the vehicle backup tool will now be visible in and red if there is no valid location to place the vehicle. Vehicle visibility distances have been drastically increased. We're going to test that out in a second. In order to make room for potential growth of vehicle types, the Scout Ornithopter and the Assault Ornithopter categories have been renamed to Light Ornithopter and Medium. That means we are definitely getting another vehicle type in the Ornithopter family at some point in time, since we're moving from Scout and Assault to Light and Medium. That means that we're probably going to end up getting new variations of the Light Ornithopter and new variations of the Medium Ornithopter as well. First off, the first thing we're going to test out is I want to see what that looks like. Because it says we're supposed to get not... Oh, there we go. Not possible to place vehicle. That's nice. So that you now know that you cannot place your vehicle. But what we want to test out is we want to test out where is that thumper. I need to go get me a thumper. We want to test out the vehicle recovery tool. And for that, I need a thumper. I think I was making one already. Hell yeah. Let's go ahead and swap over to that. And we are going to... Come on, baby. Ultimate, baby. Yes, 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 I know. A little bit dangerous out here. Goodbye, my glorious beauty. It's a better view up here, I think. I don't even remember what the stats for this particular ornithopter was. I made it in the PTS before they dropped the DLC. PTS has been down for like the last week and a half, 2 weeks. Damn, where the sandworm at? It'd been faster if I just turned on my my shield, speed it up. Oh, now he's shy all of a sudden. We're waiting here, folks. We're waiting for Shy Halud. Alright, this is gonna take a little bit, it would seem. So you know what? Let's do this. Since the sandworm's being a little bit shy. No. Everything's going in here. I wonder who's that. Yeah, no, we'll be fine. Bad idea! My leg! I should have left my damn... Taking forever, boss. I need you to hurry up. There we are. Where you at, playboy? Come to mama. Or are you coming from underneath the ground? Oh, no tease me! Ah! Well, that was harrowing. Now we head back upstairs. I'm not gonna lie. My ass may have clenched. Alright, now let's see. Where is it? 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 What we need now is our vehicle backup tool. We swap to this. It's now on the right key, and there it is right there. There it is right there. It costs 2,500 Solari to bring it back, and it takes 15 off the top. 15 max durability, so now everything will be at around 85%. We pay it, and it's back. That's good. That's really good. I already started seeing people complain, not only in the Discord. Yeah, so everything dropped by 15%. I already saw people complaining in the Discord and on the Reddit. They're like, oh my god, this ruins PvP. No, it doesn't. Quite literally in the statement, it says that vehicles destroyed in combat are not recoverable until they've been completely removed from the game world as to allow looting and other gameplay mechanics. Vehicles lost to the sandworm are immediately recoverable. Which means now it's more... Now it makes more sense if you really want to grief, because I know this is what it's about. If you really want to grief, it makes more sense for you to basically put down a thumper. Well, not put down a thumper. Destroy a vehicle's chassis and then just leave it there for the elements to basically destroy. If you really want to grief people. Because I already know it's about griefing. It's not actually about PvP. You don't give a shit about PvP. What you really want to do is you want to grief people. And if you want to grief people, then now the new way is you have to leave it basically where it is, so that you either destroy it so that the person can come back and they can claim it again, or you go out of your way to blast it and you make it be eaten by Shy Halud. If you're honorable in PvP, you would send it to Shy Halud so that that person would be able to get their vehicle back. But I'm not testing this shit on my assault. I'm not trying to deal with that. But for the most part, I think that's really, really good. That's a really, really welcome change. There are a lot of people out there that they lose their vehicles due to random bullshit. You can lose your vehicle to an accidental run-in with the sandworm, environmental issues, and other type of just random nonsense that can sometimes just absolutely torch your vehicle. I love that that's still in the game. Like, please, like, make it so that our characters do not clip with the wings. That would be really, really nice. But for the most part, like I said, that change right there is a really, really welcome change. I can dig that. I can get behind that. I don't have any problems with that. Am I going to have to sort all my stuff again? Yes, I am going to have to sort my stuff again. Sort in the first slot. Triple repeater in this one. This goes over here. Water John stays in there. This is in the third slot. I didn't have another weapon. This goes into the fourth slot. This goes in over here. This goes right here. This goes right here. This goes right here. Construction tool goes right here. Backup thing goes right here. Alright, there we go. Now we are going to go test out the draw distance. Now, one of the things that I always found annoying was that non-player created objects, such as, if you look all the way up there, that's the Atreides base for turn-ins. Those always stayed on the field. Now, we're looking for draw distance. Let's see how far back before the buildings across the way begin to disappear. That's not bad. Because typically they'd be gone by now. Oh, there it is. So I would say that's not bad, putting that in relation to something in the sky. I won't really complain about that, because I think the change to distance was vehicle visibility distances have been drastically increased up to 2 kilometers. So that's pretty good. Hold on, let me see something if I land up here. So it's only for vehicles. So there wasn't really a change to the actual player draw distance. That's very interesting. I'm guessing they want to maintain the amount of things that are loading on the screen, which is understandable, but where the fuck would I even run into another player in the PTS? There aren't really that many people. There aren't really that many people on the PTS. Like, there are a bunch of buildings, but for the most part, there aren't that many people in these buildings. So it's going to be very difficult to gauge what the distance is going to be, or what it's going to look like in game, especially in the deep desert, since we don't have somebody to test that distance against. Because I thought it was the draw distance for the actual objects, but it's not. It's just the vehicle draw distance. So now you're able to see vehicles from way, way, way further away. Which is good. And then I'm assuming everything else will start to pop in. Yeah, there's nobody online in the PTS this early. That's fine. Like I said, I wasn't going to test out the PvP stuff. Not in this video. Anyway, this video was more or less to test out the building, and then also to test out the rebuild tool for getting your item back. Also, for those of us that were asking for this for a really, really long time, wind traps will now stop consuming filters if the base's water storage is full. which is great. A lot of these other changes have to do with combat. Rocket launcher can now lock on the characters again, but it requires you to actually lock onto the character. Improve consistency for the missiles hitting their targets. NPCs for the Desert Ghouls missions. Spit darts are now like their own subcategory. And if you want to know what it means by it being its own subcategory, I mean, I think they changed it in the weapon crafting station. Pop in here, head over to the weapon crafting station, open up this, and yes. That is the shotgun and the drill shot, and that's the thing. So what's the spit dart? I thought the spit dart was its own category now. I see the drill shot, I see the artisan, I see the shotgun. Scatter shot, drill shot. I see wait a minute. Is the spit dart share? Okay, the spit dart sharing a category with the rifles. Which is fine, because I think before it was like over here jumbled with everything else, so that's good. Most of these changes look pretty good. I'm excited for them. I think the biggest change is definitely going to be the change to the vehicles. That's going to alleviate a lot of issues that people have with their vehicles essentially being destroyed in really shitty, gimmicky ways. That's a really, really good change that I think that is going to help, especially down the line with a lot of newer players who kind of feel discouraged when their things get destroyed. The piece picker, where you're no longer have to destroy something in order to replace it with something else, that's an also really, really great change that I'm looking forward to. And there's another Landsraad change, but like I said, I'll probably update that for like a Deep Desert video for when I do the Deep Desert. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about all these changes. Comment down below, let me know, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.